Live.
Live.
First official live podcast recording. Normally, guys, we upload these on the following day, but this one will be live. Today is 1/19, 2024. So if you're stopping by, we definitely appreciate it. Episode 26. It's a cold one. It is very cold outside. We got a lot of snow here in Southwest Virginia. But like I said, guys, if it's your first time tuning in, make sure you check out those first 25 episodes. We're on all major streaming platforms, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, you name it, we're on it. So definitely appreciate y'all stopping by. If it's your first time, on the other side of the mic is Tyler Hess, brother from another mother, and myself, Tyler Castle. What we do here on Tyler's Talking Sports is talk about anything related to sports. So soccer, tennis, you name it, we try to talk about it. So we definitely appreciate y'all stopping by. Hess, do you want to kick off our sponsors for tonight's episode?
I can if you need me to. If you really want me to kick off the sponsors, it's something I don't normally do. But I'll throw one out there, and you know what it's going to be. It's going to be the one we usually go to here. It's really just been a staple. Been a staple for us here. Isaiah 117 House. They're based out of Elizabeth, and we have a really good friend of mine that works for them, and learned a lot about the ins and outs of that nonprofit organization. If you don't know what Isaiah 117 House is, obviously you have probably listened to any of our episodes. But they are pretty much, I'm not going to read word for word. I'm going to pretty much put it in my words. They're a place for kids that are going through foster care, so they don't have to stay at police stations and all these just bad places. They have a place that they can be in a home. They have home-cooked meals, their own room, TVs, PlayStations, toys, Xboxes, you name it, they got it. There's other kids there, so it's not like a bad interaction. It's just something really normal and to kind of take away the pressures of everything. So really like Isaiah 117 House, they've actually, a lot of their people in the Elizabethan office listen to our episodes, started listening to us because we broke some news about Indiana football, about how they was getting JMU's head coach before the guy who graduated from Indiana, before he knew about it. So he was like, gotta listen to those guys. So that's kind of how all this got started with them. One more I want to throw out there. It's really not a sponsor, just somebody trying to help out. Abby Martin, really good friend of mine and Krista's. Castle's met him, her and Andrew. Abby's trying to do some photography, get into some photography and stuff, but she started her own photography business. It's Abby Martin Photography. It's easy to find on Facebook. She's getting ready to do a Valentine's Day thing. I think you can still get signed up for that because I think she delayed it because of the weather and stuff. So be sure to check her out on Facebook.
Yeah, guys, be sure to check both those organizations out and Abby's Photography for sure. I'm going to give a shout out to one more. If you've tuned in before, you know where I'm going with this. I'm losing my voice. Excuse me.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. All of a sudden. But I'm going to give a shout out to Next Level Fitness Club here in Lebanon, Virginia, 1806 East Main Street, Lebanon, Virginia, 24266. They are a 24/7 gym facility, 24/7 tanning. They also have certified personal trainers, the best in the region. And also, too, they have certified classes now, Monday through Thursday, 5:30 to 6 or 5:30 to 6:30, depending on your intermediate level of fitness. So you can check those guys out anytime, again, at Next Level Fitness Club on Facebook, Next Level Fitness Club on Instagram. They also have a website at www.nextlevelfitnessclub276.com. Live comment.
Your wife said, "Oh dear, not again." And
yes, oh dear, not again.
Yep, Abby Martin, love her, Krista. Yeah, your wife's not apparently like, "Oh God, here we are again, doing these again."
doing these sponsors and doing these shout outs. Yes, babe, we've done it for 26 episodes straight.
Yep, gotta keep it going.
So we will continue going with that. This is the first live, so
first live episode.
Yeah, now I got it pulled up here, so I'll be seeing who's tuning in here down below me.
Yeah.
So definitely appreciate y'all stopping by.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Well, man, you ready to kick this one off? Get our first.
Yeah, let's kick it off, man. Let's do what we do here on Tyler's Talking Sports.
All right, we did the intro, we did the sponsors, we did the shout outs. You got a hot take. I know it's been burning. I want to hear it.
I do have a hot take. My hot take for tonight's episode is if Bill Belichick, Patriots great, Bill Belichick, leaves, obviously he's leaving the Patriots. They've already, confirmed that he's left. And Kirk Cousins, if somehow Kirk Cousins can join up and head to Atlanta, I think they can win a Super Bowl.
So you're telling me that Atlanta gets Bill Belichick and they are able to land Kirk Cousins, that's a Super Bowl, that's a Tom Brady-Belichick matchup.
Absolutely.
So are you saying Kirk Cousins is the equivalent to Tom Brady?
Not the equivalent, but he has the fundamentals and has the experience that it could be there. Okay. I mean, he looked pretty good with Minnesota. I mean, he's always been a pretty sound quarterback, just hasn't really, gotten the opportunity, right. Some quarterbacks have had, and the organizations around him sometimes isn't, what Tom Brady had at previous times. Yeah. So Falcons finished the season 7-10 under Arthur Smith. Obviously, Arthur Smith got fired. Just some notable players. This is why I think they could be a Super Bowl contender. I didn't go anything on defense. I went all offense, but they do have a decent defense, not going to lie. But Robinson, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drake London.
Great wide receiver.
Desmond Ridder would go to backup.
So perfect fit for him.
Be your backup behind Kirk. Yeah. I think you do really well there. Belichick is considered the favorite for the position in Atlanta.
Yeah, you got a second interview this weekend?
Yeah, he's got a second interview this weekend. So, we'll see what happens. I think he's got the job. I think he's going to Atlanta. Atlanta's a great city, so be a good organization to coach for. He won't actually be, managing and coaching. He'll just be coaching. So I think that would really help him out there. Just a little bit of background, too, on Bill Belichick for our listeners, just in case they don't know who I'm talking about. Belichick completed a legendary run in New England over 24 seasons, amassing a record of 266-121. That is a .687 win percentage. He's won 6 Super Bowl titles there.
Live comment from Caleb Johnson.
Oh.
Says Bill will not succeed in Atlanta.
Yes, he will, Caleb. I don't know why in the world he wouldn't. It's Bill Belichick. I just went over his stats there. The dude knows football. He won a total of 302 games, okay, as the NFL head coach, 3rd all time.
I mean, I kind of get what he's saying here, though. I mean, could a change of scenery do well? Yes. Is Bill Belichick a great coach? Yes. But is he going to get the same support that he got in New England like he got from Robert Kraft to make him what he was? So, because Atlanta's going to be different. They want to get back to playoff Atlanta. I mean, Matt Ryan type seasons. Even let's go even farther back to when the hype was real, when they had Mike Vick and Warrick Dunn and some of them back then. I mean, that's where Atlanta wants to be. I mean, look what the Braves are doing. The Hawks are feeling the pressure of being not doing anything in Atlanta. At least the Falcons have made a playoffs here and there. So I kind of get what Caleb's saying, but I also get what you're saying too. So interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great coach. Yeah. So if you get him a veteran quarterback, I mean, what can he do with it? And he's already got, like we just went over, he's got Drake London. I mean, he's a weapon. He almost had 1,000 yards this year. So why not? I think he'll be successful.
Here's my thing, and I like Kirk Cousins. I've been a fan of Kirk Cousins since Washington drafted him. I didn't like that situation, but I mean, I like Kirk Cousins coming out of Michigan State. Even watching the Netflix documentary, that dude's just no different than me and you. He just had to play. He just knows how to throw football better. And
a little bit.
Yeah. But if I'm Atlanta, I like the Kirk Cousins. I'm not knocking it. I mean, that has to be an option if he becomes available, but I think Minnesota would be insane to let him go unless they see something that others don't, which then there's something wrong with him if they get rid of him. But anyway, I think since the Bears are saying they're going to draft a quarterback, which that leads into kind of my hot take. I think the Bears are absolutely idiotic if they draft a quarterback. I think it sets them back 4 years, even if they draft Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is going to be a good quarterback, probably, but he's not going to be the Mahomes. He's not going to be a Tom Brady type. I don't see that. I could be wrong, but I don't see it. Is he going to be good? Yes. Maybe top 10? Possibly. But if the Bears get rid of Justin Fields, Atlanta is where he needs to go. You put Justin Fields with Belichick in Atlanta, now that's a recipe I think that would succeed.
That'd be nasty. With Cousins, I'm going to go back to Cousins since you just mentioned him. There's still a lot of uncertainty with Cousins this year with the Vikings. We won't know till March. So that's, I think, when they're going to settle in on that. So a couple months out. If he's going to return to Minnesota. One key thing here, when I was doing my research, I was looking at Cousins' wife is from Alpharetta, Georgia, which is not too far from Atlanta.
No, not at all.
And then her parents still live there. So he's got his in-laws down there. So he has some family. So I think that's why people were speculating maybe Kirk Cousins goes to Atlanta if Bill Belichick. And also, too, Cousins did say that he would like to play for Bill Belichick. So who wouldn't? So good possibility if he heads there if Bill is selected to be the next head coach. But with that being said, the Vikings would still owe him $28.5 million. So I don't know if they'll let him go.
I think if it does happen and Kirk doesn't stay in Minnesota, I think there's be a mutual thing. I think you see it being a clean slate. because one, the type of guy Kurt is, and the way that it seems the Vikings organization respects him. I don't think you see that being a hiccup. I think it'll be one of those deals like, all right, Kurt, we feel we need to go another direction. Where would you like to go? And I think they try to appease him and make it as easy as a transition as possible. But on the flip side, I don't think Minnesota does that unless they just know something that we don't.
Yeah, I like that. I do like your Justin Fields comment. I mean, that would be very nasty there.
Justin Fields in Atlanta, and then you bullshit offensive line a little bit. But here, back to old Justin Fields. If the Bears just keep, you know what?
Yeah, keep building.
Trade down to 3. Let whoever wants the quarterback go get Marvin Harrison Jr. at 3. Mm-hmm. Then use that other pick they got in the first round and get either an offensive lineman or get somebody on the defensive line, whichever's best available between the two positions. And then just build around Justin Fields because you've got DJ Moore. The running back at Virginia Tech, Khalil, he's really good. Kmet's turned into a decent tight end. They bolster that offensive line, get that defense, and take some catches away from DJ Moore because he can't keep the stats up he did this year. You give Justin Fields another weapon. That team, they almost made the playoffs this year. The Packers lose their last game of the year, and a bunch of other stuff happened. The Bears are in the playoffs. So, I think
Bears are always. I feel like they're just one piece away. Always.
Yeah.
When you look at that roster, I mean, they should have made it this year.
I think you draft Caleb Williams or Drake May or whoever they may draft at quarterback. I think that puts them 4 years. I think 4 years. So they're where they need to be with Justin Fields, I believe, from where they were at when they got him. But you do that, then you might as well just start back over again.
How many years Fields been with the Bears now? 4? 3? 4?
He'll be going into his 4th, I think.
Going into his 4th. Okay. Yeah, so he's been there. I mean, I still think he's your guy.
But he didn't start his first year until like halfway through the season. So.
Yeah, cause they had Mitch Trubisky, but I guess it was the last time they made it to playoffs, right?
Yes.
His first year?
It was
second year.
Mitch, they made it with Trubisky. They lost in the playoffs really bad. They drafted Justin Fields
right after,
and then they had him, and then I think they benched Trubisky, tried Fields, and he's been the quarterback since.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what got Trubisky in the trade portal.
But before we leave, we move on here. There is rumblings, which this is for me, is my personal thing, that Sean Payton's trying to bring Alvin Kamara to Denver. And there's speculation that the Broncos could trade Russell Wilson to the Bears with their first-round draft pick for Justin Fields to give Caleb Williams a mentor under Russell Wilson, and then Justin Fields would come to Atlanta or come to Denver. I would be ecstatic.
You'd be happy, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be happy with that trade if I was a Denver fan.
I don't know if that happens or not, though.
Dude, if Fields get on the right team, he's going to win a Super Bowl.
Yep, I agree, 100%.
He's that good.
He's better than Jalen Hurts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. Jalen Hurts' first 6 games, he's top of the league.
No,
last half of the season, terrible.
Jalen Hurts is good inside the 5-yard line. Outside of that, he's nothing spectacular.
He was good last year.
He's nothing spectacular outside the 5-yard line.
Okay. He was good. He was good last year and first 6 games.
Hey, I'm not saying he's not good, but I'm saying he's nothing. He's not what everybody makes him out to be. Good kid, great kid. Love his demeanor, love his character. Jordan Smith laughing at us. I
didn't turn it off. I was watching it too much.
Jalen Hurts is a decent quarterback between the other end zone and the 10-yard line. And then you get him inside the 10, goal to go. Dude's an absolute stud. My opinion.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts. That's another topic.
Another topic.
Poor Eagle fans, right? Golly.
Oof.
We'll get into the NFL even more here in a minute.
Yeah.
But you want to switch it up? You want to go college football?
Yeah, I got some news. I was going to talk about this as well. You brought this up here in the note. Cam McCormick returning for the 2024 year at Miami, guys. I mean, good job for Cade. I don't know. Y'all are probably like, well, who was Cade McCormick? Actually, I kind of thought the same thing. But this dude is in his 9th season at college. This dude's living the Asher Roth dream. I love college.
Yeah, and that's a good song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 9 years, man. 9 years playing college football. I don't know how in the world he got eligible, but I can break it down for if you want to know.
Yeah, please break it down.
Just in case our listeners are wondering, this is the longest record for any college player tenure. 9 years. So ridiculous. It's probably I wonder if he switched his major any. I wonder if he's bounced around in his major. But anyway,
he's graduated by now.
I would hope so.
Yeah, he got a graduate.
He graduated in 2022. Took him
6 years.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Senior playing 13 games. But here's this breakdown, in case y'all wondering, how in the world do you play 9 years in college football? In case anyone listening wants to go back to college and play football for 9 years, this is how you do it. So 2016, you redshirt. 2017, redshirt freshman. 2018, you get a season-ending injury. I was reading on that. That did suck. 2019, missed the entire season due to injury. Then we had the pandemic, 2020 COVID year. So you got an extra year of eligibility based off the NCAA ruling that year. 2021, season ending injury. 2022, senior, played in 13 games. So he finally played in 2022. 2023, he's granted a year of eligibility, transfers to Miami. 2024, somehow, again, they's like, hey, let's just give this guy another year of eligibility. So 9 years.
We done gave him enough.
Man, I'd like to see this kid get 10. Honestly, 10 years in the make a career out of it.
I want to see him sign a deal and just stay in college.
Yeah, NIL deal. Come on, somebody give this guy a deal. But I think he did win an award too. I can't remember which award it was. I was reading, but where he came back from his injuries and actually got to play in that season in 2022. He did get an award that year, so that's pretty cool to see.
True.
He's been very, very injury prone. So definitely sucks. But he's probably like 27 now, 26, 27 playing the league.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. When I say league, playing in college football league, not in the NFL. So
I love it.
Yeah. Crazy. But some other big news in college football. Yeah. Bill O'Brien is joining Ryan Day at Ohio State as their offensive coordinator. How do you feel about that, Hess?
I mean, Bill O'Brien's been very successful pretty much everywhere he's been. He's underneath that Saban tree now. Did well with the Texans when he was with the Texans. I mean, I think this is good for Ryan Day. Ryan Day, in my opinion, is one of the greatest offensive minds in college football. Adding Bill O'Brien just makes that offense that much more potent going into next year. And it's kind of interesting. Me and the guy we're talking today, that's the one program that never falls off. It don't matter who's coaching. It don't matter what era, decade it is. Ohio State is always there. Always. Like, let me pull up the thing here. What was said between me and him? Let's see. Real fast here. I got it. It's like we're talking about Nick Saban, and we mentioned like Dabo, and then Kirby Smart is Georgia. But honestly, Ohio State is Ohio State. Doesn't matter who coaches. They played for 17 of the last 23 Big Ten conference titles. They have never had a losing season since 1977.
Jeez.
And their average rank since 1975 to now is 7th.
That's insane.
Another team that's a lot like them is Boise State. Boise State's the kind of a team that people don't talk about either, but they're always there no matter who's coaching them. But
they've been streaky the past 15 years.
They have, but they've moved around a little bit and stuff like that. Yeah. But back to this, though, I mean, I think Bill O'Brien just makes that offense more dangerous. I think I said it a couple episodes ago, Ohio State's going to be nasty next year. They're going to be pissed, one, because Michigan won the national title. That's going to piss them off. And then, two, they're going to want to prove to everybody that they're back and they own the Big Ten. You got all these new schools coming in between Washington, USC, UCLA, Oregon, which I think Oregon should be a favorite for the Big Ten next year. But I think Ohio State sends a message, and I think this hire proves it. It's like you said on here, was offensive coordinator for the Patriots. He was the head coach of the Texans. O'Brien worked with Bryce Young and Deshaun Watson. So, I mean,
I think 4 out of 5 years, too, when he's at the Texans, he made the playoffs.
As Jason Fields said, the Ohio State is perpetually overrated. So Jason's not a big Ohio State fan. Neither am I, really. But
neither am I.
I feel like next year could be a big year for them.
They should be good. I mean, you got to think they got Will Howard, who's very good.
I was going to say that. There's a lot of people that are saying that Will Howard doesn't impress them. They're not happy with it. So, I don't know. Be interesting to see.
He's pretty good at Kansas State. I don't know what people are not happy about. I mean, he was streaky. He had some good games and bad games, just like anybody else. But as a Kansas State, I think Ohio State. I mean, you got to look at that wide receiver room. Marvin Harrison, has he declared yet to the NFL?
Yes, he has. He
100%. Okay, yes. But they also got 2 5-stars coming into Ohio State. I'm pretty
2
sure
5-stars, and Ibuka's coming back.
Yeah, so I mean, they're loaded. And they also got the Alabama transfer center.
And Trayvon Henderson, the running back, who was projected number 1 running back in the draft this year, he decided to forego the draft and is coming back.
Yep. I mean, that's going to be a very, very good offensive team next year. As bad as I hate to say it.
I hope they play. They should. I don't know how their scheduling is, but them and Oregon, that'll be a really good game next year.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the Big Ten schedule next year. It's finally going to be tough because for the longest time, let's just be honest, for the past 10 years, it's been Ohio State and Michigan.
It's been longer than that.
Yeah, longer than that. I was just trying to be nice. I was trying to give Penn State a little bit of a credit, but right. we've done the records on that. Penn State's like 1-7.
Yeah.
1-8, 2-6. I mean, it's terrible. So yeah, let's just be honest. Michigan and Ohio State have owned the Big Ten for 20 years.
Yeah.
And I see that continuing. I think Michigan will be down a little bit next year because Jim Harbaugh is going to leave. They've also lost McCarthy, who's a god apparently, at quarterback. So,
McCarthy.
Yeah. So I think Michigan will be down. I think Big Ten. Yeah, Oregon, Ohio State should be your two favorites next year.
Oregon, Ohio State. I can see that. I can say it. Both of them.
You heard it here. 1/19/2024.
Both of them make
College Talking Sports.
Does the Big Ten get 2 schools in next year?
Yeah, Big Ten gets 2. God, I can't talk tonight. 2. Yeah, 2 schools in.
Well,
and we going like 4 with the SEC. Let's just be honest.
Maybe.
It'll be a lot.
Speaking of SEC,
yeah,
Alabama.
What's in the water?
I mean, I think this was expected.
I wasn't. I'm gonna be honest here. I wasn't expecting this many.
Well, you got to think these players, the way this generation is, they want everything to be handed to them. They want it to be perfect, and all these kids that have transferred were all like, I came to play for Nick Saban. They're not even giving DeBoer a chance. On the list, some of these, the Tyler Buckner, he was never going to play at Bama anyway. The dude's like, I'm just done with football. I'm going back to Notre Dame where I came from to play lacrosse, so that don't really affect it. But like Isaiah Bond,
yeah, that's big.
Sarkisian recruited him before he came to Alabama. When Sarkisian was offensive coordinator, he was recruiting him then. So there's a connection there. He was there for Nick Saban. He stated, I was there to play for Nick Saban. So he's moving on. I get it. I think some of these kids are going to regret it. I think the old saying, the grass is not always greener. But because I think they're not giving DeBoer a chance. And I don't think that's fair to him. But I don't think it's really going to hurt DeBoer at all. I think Alabama they still got the bulk of their offense. They got some big people coming in. They've only lost one big-time recruit so far. Other than the offensive lineman, but most of those guys were transferring before Saban even. So the reason they
lost their center.
Yeah, but they had the number 1 center in the recruiting class coming in next year. He's already worried about playing time. Like a lot of these are justified by what's coming in behind them because some of these guys were already going to enter the portal. And this goes back to the media trying to I guess, write out something that's not true and make it out like it's a lot bigger than normal. Because, I mean, some of these names, yeah, there's some big names on here, but Georgia's had the same amount of big names. Tennessee had some big names, y'all. We didn't lose coaches.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, as of this morning, it was 14 players total so far. Had entered the transfer portal or announced a new school since Saban's retirement.
Yeah.
So biggest ones here that I think is a concern, Isaiah Bond, obviously, and then Roy Dale Williams. He was their one of their top running backs this year. He had 560 yards and 5 touchdowns. I think he was their secondary running back. So those two pretty big. Center, like you just mentioned, they're going to replace it like nothing ever happened. But I don't know if he's going through this list, but Florida State picked up, I think 5 of these guys. That's pretty good for Florida State.
That's why Florida State signed Norvell to that extension because he comes to Alabama.
Yeah.
And imagine how many Florida State kids are going to be like, you know what, I'm going to Norvell. Because these kids were for, I think Terrence Ferguson, pretty sure he had committed to Florida State at some point prior to that. So I tried to look up some of their passes to kind of see where they were at before that. The team that seems to be winning the Alabama let's transfer thing right now. It looks like Kirby in Georgia.
Georgia's got a couple,
Downs, number 1 DB in that last recruit class. He's pretty much hard.
Downs and Proctor, right?
Both of them's already visited. Kirby actually visited them before they could even get it out to the media. And today, the quarterback, the number one quarterback in the 2025 class, decided he's going to the transfer portal, and Kirby was at his front door this morning at 9:30.
Is that George McKinstry?
No, that is 2025 class. I said it's on our Facebook. I posted it.
Thought that was George McKinstry.
Sorry, let me read it. Get it right. Perfect. Julian Sayin, the top quarterback recruit for the 2024 class.
Yeah, okay. I know you're talking about.
So, and Kirby was at his front door.
2024 class. Yes. Sorry, you said 2025 there a minute ago. I'm gonna call you out before Andrew does.
That's fine. Andrew's not here to call us out right now.
Not yet. I'm surprised.
Yeah. He's busy, man.
Yeah, probably working. Anywho, 2025. Yeah, 5-star QB George McKinstry, since we're talking on that. He will make his commitment announcement on Monday, January 22nd. So we'll see where he's going. Crystal ball right now is pointing toward the ball since Saban did retire. He was leaning 50-50 either way, Bama or Tennessee. So hopefully Tennessee gets him for the 2025 class. That would be a big pickup. He's 190 pounds out of Nashville, but he's the top uncommitted QB in the 2025 class as of right now. So is Tennessee turning into QBU?
No. You're still punting.
I knew. Shut up. Ain't no way.
So George
McKinstry.
That's a weird way of spelling it. Why does he capitalize the I?
Matt Kentry. Yep. I don't know. Maybe you can ask him.
I was just looking to see where else he's warm to Tennessee, LSU.
Oh, he's all over. I mean, Colorado, everywhere. Everybody wants this kid. But he's from Tennessee. He's from Nashville. So hopefully they can bring him home.
They don't look good to me.
Okay. All right.
So we got him at 99?
But I had one question here. Yeah, he's highly rated.
15th, third overall, number 1 Tennessee, number 2 quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Highest uncommitted right now quarterback.
Who's the highest?
Where do you think he's going?
Bryce Underwood is the number 1 committed quarterback in that. He's going to LSU. Gosh, Ohio State got another one.
Of course they did.
SC's got the number 4.
This is 2025, right?
Yeah, 2025. The other one's not committed out of that 2025 group is Hussein Longstreet. That's interesting. Notre Dame, Oregon. A lot of quarterbacks.
Who's saying what?
But anyway, it is. I mean, I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to say too much here because, I mean, I haven't looked that far ahead as far as recruiting because as a Georgia fan, we're usually year by year number 1.
Wow. So. Listen to that, cocky.
No, I'm just kidding now.
Typical Georgia fan.
Tennessee, I mean, I could see it.
That's where it's leading.
And, I mean, I get it.
In-state. Got to recruit in-state. That's where they're getting that prediction probably. And I think Josh Heupel's visited him quite a bit.
Why would he
not come in after Nico?
He'd be sitting for 3 years, though.
Look at Arch Manning.
Arch Manning will be starting before the year's out.
Maybe.
Quinn Ewers will get hurt. He never makes it for a whole year.
That's true. That is true. I'll give you that one. But I'm just saying, you just asked a valid question there. Why did Arch Manning go to Texas? So.
Well, he went to the Texas because he got one of the best offensive coaches, Steve Sarkisian.
Absolutely.
And NIL.
But Josh Heupel's a great offensive coordinator, too, offensive mind.
He's not Steve Sarkisian.
He's good. Spreads field. On top offenses last year.
They showed that, didn't they?
With Hendon Hooker, yeah.
Those screens were really good last year.
Not the year before last. Sorry. Jackwagon. Golly. Ridiculous. I swear. Man. I need Golish back. Need Alex Golish back. That's really the key.
See, Julian's saying
What's he saying?
The crystal ball's saying 100% transfer to Ohio State. But they got that other guy out of this class, Aaron Nolan. So they'd have the top. Aaron Nolan's number 6, and then Sayin's number 1.
Gosh, Ohio
State.
Always up there.
We got Ryan Pugsley.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, number 10.
It don't matter.
We had the number 1, but, he tried to go to Nebraska. And Dylan Raiola.
Raiola, yep.
Florida got DJ Langway. He's number 2 quarterback. Good for Billy Napier. Finally got a good recruit.
Finally got a big one. We'll see. I hope Tennessee can land him. I really do. He looks pretty good. I've watched his highlights. He looks very well.
Jason Fields said Sailor. ? Your recruit called Sailor.
My question while you're looking that up, since you're doing this, do we see Bama struggle next year?
I think it's a given. I don't think, but when you say struggle, that I need to know what your definition of struggle is.
Ceiling basement. Give me a ceiling basement.
I mean, it's Alabama.
On the spot. Ceiling basement. They got a pretty tough schedule next year.
10-2.
Oh, okay. I don't really consider that struggling.
10-2, and I think the basement is just the ball.
8-4.
That's what
I put 8-4.
Caleb Johnson says 8-4. I guess Bama's 8-4. I guess that's what he's saying altogether. I'm a big fan of DeBoer. I think a lot of people will look at it eventually and be like, I think that was a good hire. Is it the big name? No, but I think it's the safe hire. But I think he's a good coach, and I think
he's got a proven track record.
I think Milroe looks like Milroe did nothing but improve this year, and I think Milroe takes another step. I think he looks better than what Michael Penix looked this year for Washington.
Whoa.
And that's why I say 10-2. I don't think they beat Georgia. I think Georgia's that team next year, and Ole Miss could be an interesting game for them.
Ole Miss, yes.
I don't think they're going to go into Texas, and that's probably the game that Quinn Ewers gets hurt and Arch Manning comes in, and then we'll see Arch Manning after that. But basement for Bama, 6-6.
Whoa, going low.
Yeah, I think that's just because let's say because if it starts out really really bad, it's going to be a lot of pressure. There's going to be a lot of media scrutiny, and the media just controls everything, controls the narrative on everything, and the way these players are nowadays, who knows what happens. And I don't see Bama doesn't have that leadership. Oh, got you, Jason. Got you. Bama doesn't have that leadership that they normally have. They don't have that Derrick Henry, that Will Anderson, that Tua Tagovailoa. I don't see that out of Milroe. So I'm kind of interested to see where that play, because you've got to have a player that lead like Kirby does. He lets the players lead the locker room. He controls it, but he lets players lead, and I don't see Bama having that, and that's why you could see the wheels fall off this thing, and 6-6 could be a real possibility.
That's bold. I got an 8-4 basement. I think that's probably about the worst that they'll be. Let's be honest. Yeah. It's Bama. They got some great recruits still coming in. Like you just said, they did lose 14 players, but out of those 14, maybe 6 or 7 are really key to what we saw this past year. Still got a good recruiting class coming in. And players are still going to switch. We still got a couple more weeks left of transfer portal, and so they might pick up some more. Who knows? They did bring in their offensive coordinator from Washington too, so you got him. I think you're going to see a better offensive Bama team next year. But defense wins games. But Washington didn't have a terrible defense, believe it or not. For the Pac-12, but defense wins in the SEC. It's proven it wins. I think that's where they're going to be a little bit down. So that's why I have them 8-4. Ceiling 11-1. Absolute standout, great season. And 11-1.
Honestly, if I'm not cheering for Bama, I'm not saying I hope they do good, but I want DeBoer to do good, because I feel like there's so many people out there like, they should have went big name. They should have got Kiffin. They should have got Norvell. They should have got Lanning. And
I think it's all right hire.
I think DeBoer's a great hire, but I think it's just going to take time for it to sink in.
If I'm a Bama fan, I'm nervous starting next year. Nervous. If you got the big name like Lane Kiffin or somebody, I'd be ready. But with DeBoer, I'm just a little. I'll be paying a lot more attention. Let's put it that way.
Right, I agree. I'm with you there. So you say 10-1. What would you say the ceiling was, or basement?
Ceiling 11-1, 8-4.
8-4. Caleb's just saying 8-4. That's it. Bama 8-4, no matter what.
No matter what.
He didn't say anything else.
That's all he got. That's all he wrote. He's working out. So hang on.
Oh, good.
Alabama football schedule 2024 season. Hang on one sec.
All right.
They released their schedule, so let's see. They got Western Kentucky.
That's a win.
USF win. At Wisconsin, that could be interesting. Early in the season. Georgia. Loss. At Vandy. Win. South Carolina.
Win.
Should be a win. At Tennessee. That one's question mark. Missouri. That one's also a question mark.
I'm saying loss to Tennessee, win at Missouri.
At LSU.
Loss.
Mercer. Win. At Oklahoma.
Win.
And then Auburn to finish it out.
Win.
Always close game.
So right there, I got 2 losses, didn't I?
10-2. Yep, that's what you picked. Yeah. Tennessee lost, Georgia lost. LSU, no. You had Tennessee, Georgia, LSU. That's 3. So 9-3.
Okay.
I don't know Tennessee. We'll see. We'll see next year. I don't know. I definitely. I won't say definitely, but I'd favorite LSU and Georgia against them. So that's 10-2 right there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the two teams.
Okay.
Because LSU should be better or just as good next year.
Right.
And West gonna be tough. West gonna be really tough.
They don't got Ole Miss.
They don't have Ole Miss. But Ole Miss. You'll see West next year. You got Ole Miss, LSU, Bama, Texas, Oklahoma. Arkansas's in there, poor guys. Missouri's in the East. Sorry. So that's a stout. That's a stout West.
All right, here's. Let's talk about Georgia while we're here because we talked about them there.
Yeah.
Their first game is in Atlanta in the Chick-fil-A kickoff against Clemson.
Tough. That's a tough opener.
Is that a win?
Yeah, I put Georgia on that one, even though I think Dabo's trending in the right direction.
At home against Tennessee Tech.
That's a win.
At Kentucky.
That's a win.
Bye week and then at Bama.
At Bama?
Mm-hmm. That's the Boers' first home SEC game.
I think Georgia comes in there. Kirby shows them what's up. Yeah, give me Georgia.
Auburn in Athens.
Georgia.
Mississippi State in Athens.
Georgia.
At Texas.
Texas.
Bye week.
Okay.
Florida neutral site.
Georgia.
At Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Tennessee in Athens.
Georgia.
UMass in Athens.
Georgia.
Georgia Tech in Athens.
Georgia. So 10-2. At worst.
Okay, so
that at Texas game's gonna be a tough one for y'all. Texas tough place to play.
Well, let's do this too. I want to see this then. There's 2 10-2 schools at Texas, or so far at Bama. Well, we said 9-3 with
9-3 or 10-2.
Let's just say Bama goes 10-2. Just for giggles here. All right, Texas, Colorado State.
Texas.
At Michigan.
Texas.
UTSA.
Texas.
University of Monroe.
Texas.
Mississippi State.
Texas.
These are all home games, by the way, except for the Michigan game. Oklahoma Red River rivalry.
Give me Oklahoma down.
Georgia.
Texas. Because that game's at home, right?
Yep. At Vandy, first SEC road game.
Texas.
Florida.
Texas.
At Arkansas.
Easy.
Kentucky comes to Texas.
Texas again, baby.
And at A&M.
Texas.
So Texas with 1 loss.
I think Texas, yeah. That Oklahoma game's always close. It's always decided by like 7 points or less.
So 1 loss, and that comes.
Well, let's be honest. Some sleepers there. Texas A&M could be terrible next year. No. You thought I was going to say good. Yeah, they lost everybody, so they should be absolutely horrible.
You're going to say Texas is coming in, and they're going to be the class of the SEC because you gave Bama 2 to 3 losses with Bama, 2 losses to Georgia, and Texas is coming in with 1 to Oklahoma.
Yeah, why not? They got y'all at home.
That proves how weak the SEC is.
Maybe it is. There's no SEC in the playoff this year.
The only team you got them losing to is the other was Bama.
Sorry, Bama. That's it. Wasn't in the national championship in the past 9 years. What I'm getting at. Sorry.
Since you have, I'm curious now. Since you have Oklahoma.
Oh my God!
Oklahoma
podcast turned into predictions.
Oklahoma being the only loss for Texas. Let's do Oklahoma's schedule since they're coming to the SEC.
All right.
Temple at home.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Houston at home.
Oklahoma.
Tulane at home.
That's tough.
Tulane's lost everybody.
They lost. We got their wide receiver too.
And their head coach.
Okay. Yeah, give me Oklahoma again.
Tennessee at home.
Balls, baby. Never pick against balls.
Oklahoma is 3-1 in this series. Oklahoma's won the last 3 meetings, 34-10, 31-24 in Knoxville. And
yeah, that was a heartbreak. I remember that game.
Heupel quarterback the Sooners.
This is Heupel's first time coming back.
UT's head coach Josh Heupel quarterback Sooners to 13-0 record in a national title in 2000.
Correct. Yeah, he was a Heisman candidate.
So, he's lost. Man, he declined, didn't he?
That's what happens when you coach a college football team. It's stressful.
You got the Vols winning there.
Become a dad. That's what happens. Yeah, I got the Vols, baby. I don't pick against the Vols. You know this. Other than Georgia. That is
right. At Auburn.
Oklahoma.
You already said they beat Texas. At South Carolina in Norman.
Oklahoma.
They haven't played this team since 1999 at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Maine.
Oklahoma.
Missouri. This will mark the first meeting between Missouri and Oklahoma since they were in the Big 12 in 2011.
Wow.
And the Sooners are 32-4 in the series since 1970. Oklahoma has Bama at home.
Yeah, that's a loss.
I said Bama win there. So, okay, there's 2 losses.
Yeah. That's 3. I got 3 losses.
Oh, yeah, 3.
Tennessee.
At LSU.
Another loss.
So they got 4 losses, and the only win and Texas' only loss comes to
Oklahoma. Mm-hmm.
Yep. They ain't losing Oklahoma two
Red River rivalry, man.
They're not going to lose 2 times in a row. 2 years in a row.
Maybe so.
All right. I'm not.
Stranger things have happened. 8-4, Oklahoma.
Yeah, they'll be like 6-6.
Maybe.
I think Texas goes 7-4 ceiling and.
Well, can't go 7-4. They have to go 7-5 or 8.
No, 7-5. Sorry. That's 8-4, and then I think they're 8-4, and I think Sarkisian's out at the end of the year.
Wow. Nah.
I think the SEC humbles them. I don't know.
Texas better than you think. They did beat Bama last year. They beat Bama last year.
They lost everybody. They lost both.
They got a great recruiting class coming in.
Yeah, but that recruiting class ain't gonna be on the field.
You got a great coach.
Yeah,
you just said he was great.
Good offensive coordinator.
Texas will be fine. They'll be tough. Adding Texas and Oklahoma makes SEC a tougher conference.
Well, I'm just going to tell you that Tennessee wins the SEC next year. I said it last year. I said it this year.
Yeah,
this year.
You say that every year.
No, this is their year. This is the year.
This is the year, baby.
But I also put it in the same boat. If they don't win the SEC this year or don't make it to the title game with the hype that's there, Heupel's in the hot seat as well.
Nah. You. I mean, just because they got Nico.
No, they got the best running back group in the SEC. They have the best offensive line in the SEC. They still do. You didn't lose hardly anything.
We do have a good offensive line, but we did have the best running back room.
You still do.
Maybe.
You got 2 4-stars and Dylan Sampson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dylan Sampson's a monster.
You got the best wide receiver crew.
Yeah, that they do have a good wide receiver.
And based off what the Vols are saying, Nico's the best quarterback since Peyton Manning.
Got no secondary. I've said this all the time.
Secondary's fine. You got 5 4-stars coming in. You're fine. Like you said, you're saying that Texas is good because of the recruiting class. You got to preach. You got to practice what you preach.
Try to turn the tables on me.
I did. So
I like what you're doing there.
Texas is going to be good because of the recruiting class. So is Tennessee. And if they're only game that you're worried about,
secondary is what I'm worried about a little bit.
They beat Bama. They beat Kentucky. They beat Florida. They beat Arkansas. They beat Oklahoma. They beat Kansas State. They win a close one against NC State, and they absolutely demolish Chattanooga to start the season off. And they beat Vandy, and then they don't beat us.
God, I'd love to beat Georgia.
Won't happen.
I hope we beat Bama again at home. That'd be nice.
We might.
That'd be very nice. That's a tough little schedule right there, though, with Tennessee.
Really.
It's five games in a row. Yeah, it is pretty.
Not bad
okay. It's Florida, Bama, right? Kentucky in a row.
Okay. It's Bama. You just said Bama, not though.
I didn't say Bama was going to be bad. I said
you said Oklahoma. I
said basement 8-4. That's not terrible.
You said Bama. You said Oklahoma 8-4. So that's Arkansas, Florida.
Arkansas is pretty bad.
Florida's coming to Tennessee next year. They're terrible.
But you always have. You know how it is. Early in the season, you always have those hiccup games. So you got to be ready.
Nope.
Even Georgia. Georgia might want to watch. They weren't that great to start the season last year.
Your views.
Opening with Clemson.
If this is your views on Texas, you got to carry those over to Tennessee.
I like Texas. I ain't got nothing against Texas.
How about you not be middle of the road guy here?
You're going to throw shots at me right there.
I'm just saying, if you're going to say what you're going to say about Texas, you got to have
Look behind me. Look behind me.
I don't look behind me.
Yeah, I see it. Garbage.
I'm not going to say that. I think that there's one team out there I think next year can compete with Georgia. There's two.
Tennessee.
2 teams.
We've been saying that for years, man. Tennessee's not even been close to Georgia.
Hey, 2 teams.
That's no middle of the road comment. That's a hard truth.
And their time is now. That needs to be a shirt. Forget it. This is their year. It feels like 98.
I'm gonna say maybe to that.
The time is now.
I hope it is.
I'm getting you a Vols jersey, customized with your favorite number, and I'm putting maybe on the back of it as the name.
Maybe next year. That's what you need to put. Maybe next year.
All right, we've talked enough there about the SEC, what's going on next year. Let's talk about some college basketball. We got a lot of big games this weekend, especially tonight, 8:30 tonight. Hey, we can talk. I like this. We can talk about what's happening.
What's happening tonight?
Yes, yep. Wisconsin versus Indiana.
Wisconsin.
Snow game.
Yep.
Snow in there.
They got a lot of snow?
Bloomington.
They got more than we got?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Normally do. Yeah, the Indiana Hoosiers. Hoosiers not bad this year. 12-6. I looked at the records, though.
Breaking news. I'm not to interrupt you. I'm so sorry.
Man, it's going to cut me off.
Harbaugh is doing his second interview with the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, buddy. So you got Harbaugh today doing a second interview. Bill Belichick tomorrow. Wow. That's some big names right there.
I will say this. Harbaugh did not do a second interview the last time he did a coaching interview. So this pretty much says this dude's gone.
Maybe.
Well, he talked about to Michigan. He said if he came back, he wanted his contract to have where he couldn't be terminated if any recruitment violation.
Are you saying Harbaugh is definitely leaving college football? Is that what you're meaning?
Yes, he's gone.
Yes, 100%. Yes, I agree.
Well, especially after he came.
I thought you meant like he's definitely going to Atlanta, and I was like,
no, I'm just saying, especially
he's
after
interviewed
he came
other
out
places.
With that, he told them that he wants his next contract at Michigan, that he wants to redo the one they just did and make it to where he can't get fired if anything comes up from the NCAA. So, yeah,
I like it. Yeah.
But anyway, back to college basketball tonight, 8:30.
Yeah. Wisconsin's 13-4. The Hoosiers are 12-6. This game is at Wisconsin, which is a big advantage for the Badgers. Who you got?
Give me Wisconsin. I'm a big fan of them this year. Good defense.
Yeah, I'm taking Wisconsin as well. 78-71. I think they are a 7 or 8 point favorite in this one. AJ Storr is going to be the difference maker. He's a pretty good baller. If you haven't watched him, definitely check him out tonight. He's averaging 15.3 points per game. So I think he's the difference maker in this game.
Did you do these notes?
I sure did.
I can tell because this Vols paragraph's like 6 pages, 6 lines long.
Man, we ain't even there yet. We got a couple more to go through before we even get there.
I just want to know what this next big topic was we're talking about here.
Oh, my gosh. I got to talk about my Vols.
Poor Creighton Seton Hall. You gave him 1 line.
Yeah, there ain't nothing to them. I'm still mad at Creighton for losing my parlay. They lost my parlay, man.
I want to hear about Dalton Connect. Anyway.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, best player in the league. Saturday games. Tomorrow's games.
Yes, Saturday.
Or do you want to touch on Wisconsin anymore?
No, I just, like I said, Wisconsin, that defense is really good. I think they could win the Big Ten this year as far as basketball.
No. All right, so Saturday games. I can't talk. Baylor versus Texas, 12 p.m. noon Eastern time. Who you got?
Baylor.
Yeah, I like the Baylor Bears in this one too. Texas dropped out top 25, which really blew my mind. I didn't realize they was playing that bad.
Yeah, remember.
I think the Bears is going to be a very, very close game though with Texas. It usually normally is. Both schools out of Texas, of course. So give me Baylor Bears 76-74. I think it's going to be a 2-point game. Jacoby Walter is the difference maker in that game for the Baylor Bears. He's an absolute stud.
I like it, man. I think it'll be bigger. I think you're looking at I'll take the same 76, but take 10 off of that. So 76-64 Baylor.
12-point lead. Wow. Big spread.
Yeah. Creighton versus Seton Hall, noon.
Making fun of me talking. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Taking Creighton. I'm going to go back to him.
Give me Seton Hall.
Yeah, Seton Hall probably going to win this one. Just because I'm picking Creighton. That's going to be a low-scoring game, too. 72-66.
Joe Lewis said he's got our water cooler.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to make a donation, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You're the man, Joe Lewis. We love you, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate that, Joe. Thank you. Yeah, we'll be sure to make a donation for that.
Yep.
Next one. Big one here.
Not really.
Alabama.
Not really.
Yeah, pretty big.
Alabama is...
Versus Tennessee. No, they're not bad. They're not that bad. Mark Sears, good coach.
Yeah, Alabama's looking so great in basketball right now.
They're not terrible. They were ranked in top 25 there for a while.
They were ranked. You're saying it's big because Tennessee.
It's at Thompson-Boling, and there's not going to be that many people there again, so it's actually an advantage for Alabama. Ask Florida how that worked out. Tennessee beat them by 20 or 30. I don't even remember. It was so much. But there wasn't any any fans in the stadium. So if you want to go to this game, I'm sure tickets are pretty cheap. So Vols look great against Florida and Ole Miss. They looked great at home. They've been looking good at home, so hopefully they can pull this one off. It'll be a lot closer game than people are expecting. Give me the Vols, though, to pull it out, 81-78. Fun fact for you, Hess. Do you know this? Alabama has the number one offense in the nation.
I didn't know that.
Bet you didn't know that,
They're also on a 6-game win streak. And they're 4-0 conference play. Tennessee wins this game really big. Tennessee wins by at least 30. Dalton Connect scores probably – I think his streak ends, but I think you still see him score 20. Josiah Jordan-James, I think, is a difference maker in this game. And point guard for you all. What was his name?
Kai Ziegler.
Yes, love that. That's my favorite player so far in Tennessee. I think he's the guy who gets it all going. And I think he has a big game tomorrow. They may not win by 30, but I don't think the game's close. I don't think we need to worry about this game tomorrow.
I think it's going to be pretty close, but Dalton Connect will stay hot. He's averaging 18.5 points. It's the first Vol with back-to-back games with at least 35 points since Allen Houston in 1990. He's also the first Vol to score at least 30 points in consecutive games since this big name in Tennessee basketball, Chris Lofton, since in February of 2006.
Chris Lofton.
Yep. He's averaging 34.3 points per game, averaging shooting. His percentage is 57.4. 3-point shooting, 56.5. That's pretty good. Sharp shooter. So last 3 games look very good. So hopefully he can continue that streak. I think he does continue 30-point streak this game because Alabama's defense is subpar compared to Tennessee. So I think defense wins games, even in basketball. So yeah, give me the Vols.
Okay. Should know you was going there.
Yeah, it ain't hard to project.
Another big game, another big SEC game. This is a very pivotal game for the Georgia Bulldogs versus Kentucky Wildcats at Rupp Arena. This game's at 6 p.m. tomorrow. I think it's on ESPN.
It is.
Kentucky, when they want to play Kentucky basketball with that talent and that speed, they're one of the most untouchable basketball programs in the country this year. Georgia put a lot into their big game they had against Tennessee. This game being on the road, though, in Rupp Arena, I don't see Georgia coming away with a victory here. Still very young. He's playing 7 freshmen a game. Mike White is. So this will be a good learning experience, but give me Kentucky in this game 75-63.
75-63. I like that take. This game is at Rupp. Like you said, Rupp's a hard place to play. Georgia's good, though. They're better than I was expecting. Still think they're a couple years off, at least. Maybe 1 year before they're really competitive in the SEC.
I mean, it was like I was telling you. They had the number 1 recruiting class in the SEC.
Yeah, they're not bad. Nice campus. Yeah. But Georgia's still a football school this year. Give me the Wildcats 88-75.
Okay, I like it. Oh, another big game, though. UConn Huskies versus the Villanova Wildcats at 8 p.m. Villanova's not been the Villanova that we're used to seeing.
Nope.
But UConn is doing what UConn usually does every year. They're really good and very quietly good. UConn, let's see. Saying UConn versus Villanova. This game is in UConn. It's in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Give me UConn big in this one. Give me UConn 90-78.
90-78. I like that. I got UConn as well in this one. It's hard to pick against the Huskies right now. Right. They're playing pretty hot. I got them 82-70. 12-point spread.
12-point spread. All right, I like that. Got a late game here. Oh, Ole Miss versus Auburn. 8:30. Bruce Pearl
in the house.
Yes. If you like high scoring, this is the game. Should have it.
This is the game. Should have it.
What it says? This game should have it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yep,
I like that.
Yeah.
I think Auburn should edge Ole Miss. Honestly, they have a better offensive team than Ole Miss. Auburn's undefeated in SEC play too. I'm pretty sure they're the last undefeated team in SEC play. I think you said Alabama was, but I think Auburn is also.
Auburn is undefeated. Alabama is undefeated.
Also, okay, 2 teams. Sorry, but I think this continues under Bruce Pearl. Excellent coach. Close game, but I think the spread's up to 10 now. I'm pretty sure. So, give me Auburn, 88-79. I think we see Auburn sneak into top 25 after this win, too.
Auburn's on a 10-game win streak. They're 9-0 at home. They're 15-2 overall. Like I said, 4-0 in SEC play. Bruce Pearl's doing what Bruce Pearl does. Probably the greatest coach. Probably the third best coach in the SEC. Let's put it that way right now as far as college basketball goes.
Who's top 2?
be John Calipari and Mike White at Georgia. Then I put Bruce.
Rick Barnes not even in your top 3?
Oh no. He hasn't done enough to prove to me outside of KD.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go on mute here. I'm done. That's ridiculous. That's the biggest bull crap I've ever heard in my life.
Has he won a national title?
No, he has not. Have you?
Twice.
Exactly.
I won twice. I actually took Army all the way to the national title.
Shut up.
On NCAA 07.
NCAA. Hey, we're going to talk about some NCAA. I got it down here at the bottom of our notes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Auburn. I love Bruce Pearl as a coach. I do too. I hate what happened to him at Tennessee. I think that was just bad circumstances. But he's found a good place at Auburn. He's done really well with that basketball program. Great coach. And give me Auburn in this one. I see Auburn scoring up in the 90s, so I'll say 93-72.
Wow, big win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 88-79. Okay. Closer spread. Let's move on to the big boys, NBA.
Got some games on. I love this. We can talk about stuff happening tonight.
Big game tonight.
Live tonight. Nuggets versus Celtics.
That's a big one.
This game in Boston?
Yes. Pretty sure.
Give me the Nuggets.
Give you the Nuggets at Boston?
Yep.
I'm taking Boston.
You take them.
Double check me on that. I can't remember if they're at Denver or I think it's Boston. Okay. Caleb will know if he's on here.
We got 5 people watching. I appreciate that, guys. Appreciate y'all listening to our first ever live episode. Tonight, it's on ESPN 7:30 in Boston.
So about 45 minutes.
Yep.
We'll be live with that one. Yeah, I like Boston. It's Porzingis is back too, I think so. That's a big deal.
Be up to date right now.
Yeah, give me an up to date on who's on the roster tonight.
No injuries, so full Celtics.
Full squads.
Full squads.
Yeah, give me Celtics. Best team in the East.
Yeah, give me the
Bucks.
Give me the best team in the East is the Boston Celtics. But
behind the Bucks.
Give me the Nuggets in this one. 127-113.
127-113. I like that. It's going to be a closer game than that. 120-117 Boston.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Big game here. Bucks Pistons. This is tomorrow night.
Not really that big of a game. Let's just be honest. It's going to be the Bucks.
All right, give me the Pistons in this one.
Giannis did not play last night. I saw he didn't play.
Yeah, load management.
Check and see if he's injured for tomorrow. I think he's just doing a rest.
Tomorrow. Sorry. Got to move my dates. He is a game time decision.
Okay. Yep. It might be soreness or something.
Did it say?
Game time decision. Bucks are definitely not the same team without Giannis. I'll tell you that. They did not look good. They're not. But I still think they beat the Pistons. Pistons are terrible.
Joe Lewis says Bucks by 20.
Yeah, Bucks by 20. I agree. I'm
just going with the Pistons just because somebody needs to love on them.
Pistons got what? 4 wins? 5 wins?
If that, and they've lost Cade Cunningham for probably the year. They've lost Michael Gonzalez. They lost him, and they've lost Isaiah Stewart.
Terrible. Let's enjoy football if you're in Detroit.
Yeah, enjoy the Lions.
Yeah, enjoy the Lions.
Yes.
Raptors, Knicks.
Knicks.
Who you got?
Knicks.
Of course you go Knicks. I like Jalen Brunson. Love watching his story. Dudes came out of nowhere, really, just balling.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Knicks in that one, too. Raptors also just made a big trade. I think it was Raptors,
They've been trading everybody. They traded Anunoby, and now they traded Peja Siakam.
Yeah, Siakam to the Pacers.
Yes.
Which is scary. So they just traded that. They just made that trade. Yeah, give me the Knicks. I like the Knicks in this one. Since the Knicks made that trade, too, just a couple weeks back that we was talking about on the pod, I mean, they've been very well improved.
Shout out to Josh Hill for tuning in. Appreciate it, Josh.
Appreciate you, Josh. Stopping by. But yeah,
something I was going to say.
Knicks not bad. Knicks 5 or 6 seed in the East at the end of the season.
Hold on 1 second before we leave this Knicks. Looks like the Heat, Dejounte Murray looks like he's trying to get out of Miami. Looks like he may be traded. Kyrie's wanting a LeBron James reunion, so there could be some stuff there. The Bucks are interested in Dejounte Murray. That'd be huge for the Bucks if they got him. Where was this at? It said the Knicks are looking for veteran pieces. I got it today. Hold on one second, see if I can find it.
Spurs and Hornets getting ready to go live. If you want a 15-minute tip-off.
Knicks eyeing veteran guards. Their level of interest in Jordan Clarkson, Malcolm Brogdon, Terry Rozier, and Alec Burks. So they're trying to get
Terry Rozier would be nice.
I would be good with Malcolm Brogdon, too, or Jordan Clarkson. That'd be two good players up there. So the Knicks are still trying to make headway. I like what they're doing. They're expecting
Knicks are Knicks, man. They'll be 5 or 6 seed.
I think they're going to be the 3 seed in the East.
Nah.
3 seed in the East. Yep, 3 seed. There is a way. How is there not a way?
Boston's better. Bucks are better. Pacers will be better.
No.
Philadelphia will be better.
No.
Yeah.
If Philadelphia doesn't win the championship this year, Embiid's out. Pressure's on.
No.
He's 0-5 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
They traded everybody, and they kept Embiid.
Yeah, and they're 26-13. They're not bad.
They're not bad at all. That's what I'm saying. He stays. Where would he go?
I'm saying they get rid of him and move on from him. They trade him and redo the team.
Joel Embiid will stay there.
I don't want to pay him $46.9 million, though, for him to be 0-5 in Eastern Conference Finals.
He'll stay there.
You trade him out west to the Lakers, let him join up there with
no.
Or trade him to the Clippers.
God, everybody goes to the Clippers now. No, I think he stays. I think he stays in Philly.
I was reading this. Next year could be a pivotal year in the offseason for Joel Embiid. Possible teams he could go to if it doesn't pan out with the 76ers, the Miami Heat, the LA Lakers, the Houston Rockets. Why is that on there? And and Phoenix Suns. So it looks like he could go out west. Oh, see? Yeah, Joe Louis agrees. Yeah, he gone.
Yeah, he will be gone. I don't like that take. I think he stays in Philly.
He's been there. He's been there too long, though. Like, he ain't done nothing. He's done stuff. MVP, great basketball player. I'm saying Joel Embiid asked out. I'm not saying Philly wants him gone. I'm telling you Joel Embiid wants out.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like Philly organization wants him gone.
No, I'm saying Embiid's like, I'm out. If we can't,
If he can't win. Yeah. They don't have nobody around him.
I mean, he was drafted 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. He's
been in the league that long?
He's averaging 35.1 points per game. He's leading the league in points per game this year.
He's good.
Yeah,
I can't stand him, but he's good.
He's very good.
East is tough, though, this year. East very tough.
East is tough. East is very tough.
Yeah, but that's the teams that'll be better than the Knicks. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that.
No, Pacers.
I know you're a Knicks fan now, but
Pacers
just being honest. Yeah, they just signed
and Siakam hasn't done nothing since they won the title.
Siakam's pretty good.
He's good, but I'm not.
That's a great trade. You're going to have Miles Turner now and Tyrese Halliburton.
So if the Knicks get Donovan Mitchell.
Ooh, that'd be nice. I like that pickup. Still 5.
So Cleveland would stay at 4? That's who's the 4th seed in the East right now.
Possibly, depending on who's on that trade.
Well, it wouldn't be Jalen Brunson.
Is Mitchell out? Mitchell said he was going to go to, at one time his reporting, he was going to go to Miami.
Miami can't send the trade that they want. The Cleveland wants a big man.
I saw that potential. Maybe. I mean, at best, Knicks get 4 seed. At best.
I'll give you Boston, Milwaukee 1-2, but I think 3's wide open.
Philadelphia.
They're only 4 games back of Philly. They're 2 games back of the Cavs, and then they're tied with the Heat.
Where's Pacers at?
7th.
Pacers sneak in there.
The Magic have dropped from 1st to 8th.
Yeah, that's expected. They won't bring Matt McClung up. So
the Bulls have entered the playoff hunt. So
Bulls are 20-23 now.
Yeah,
I saw that
20-23, and they're the 9th seed in the East, and the Hawks are the 10th seed in the East.
Yeah, Bulls are sleeper in the East. Kind of like the Lakers, or was it last year? Lakers were like 500 halfway through season and turned it on.
The Bulls are talking about right here. It's talking DeMar DeRozan's top 3 teams: the Knicks, the Lakers, and the Heat. And then down here, you scroll down one more. Zach LaVine to the Lakers could be a possibility.
Good clean house. It just depends on how these next couple of games go, probably.
So if the Knicks get Mitchell, DeRozan,
it ain't gonna happen. It's New York. Just as I do, they'll mess it up.
Thibodeau ain't gonna mess it up though. They're gonna coach.
They'll mess it up. They do have a good coach. I like Thibodeau. I like the Knicks. But I'm just being honest with you. I loved him when Melo's there.
I'm sorry. Is my balls coming out?
Touche. Touche.
You're right. If I'm going to talk one way about another team, I need to be
exactly
right.
Exactly. Look in the mirror.
They're going to suck. Be lucky to make playoffs.
I didn't say they was going to suck.
Lucky to make the playoffs.
4 or 5
Lucky
seed.
to make the playoffs.
4 or 5
Lucky
seed.
to make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs.
Lucky to make it.
Playoffs.
Speaking of playoffs,
let's move on to them.
NFL playoffs.
Yeah.
Boy.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, starting up tomorrow. Big games tomorrow. Big
games.
Potential upsets tomorrow.
I wouldn't consider. I'm an apology there. I don't think either one of these games be considered an upset now at this point in the season.
Hey, it is the Ravens is projected as a 90% lock to win tomorrow, and the Niners are projected to be a 97% lock for tomorrow.
That ain't nothing. I always bet against the odds.
And the media doesn't like C.J. Stroud because he's a Christian.
Of course not.
Did you see where?
Shout out to C.J. Stroud. Giving a shout out to God.
Did you see where NBC edited it?
Did they really?
They took out his words of him talking about God and made it into him talking about the team. They used clips from other things he had said and edited over it so it wouldn't be broadcast.
Well, don't get me started.
Anyway.
Religion's a whole other thing I get on. Saturday, January 20th. Houston Texans at Baltimore Ravens tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Who's carrying this game, Hess?
This game is on ESPN, ABC, ESPN Plus, ESPN2, and Hulu.
Yeah, definitely check that one out. I think that's going to be a lot better game than people are projecting. Obviously, Baltimore's heavy favorite, just like Hess said.
9.5-point favorite.
Yeah, give me Texans. Upset. I love it.
Give it.
I love C.J. Stroud. I need C.J. Stroud. Sorry to Brian Long. I know he's a huge Baltimore Ravens fan. But I'd love to see C.J. Stroud ball out.
Joe, I wouldn't expect anything less from.
Oh yeah, Joe too. Yeah. Joe's a big Baltimore fan.
Joe, so yeah, I get that, but I think the time's coming. If Lamar is due, he said, "Okay, Hess gets the water cooler."
Lamar get injured in this game? Is that what you're leaning towards?
No, I'm not saying I don't wish no injury on anybody. I'm not saying he gets injured, but I think Lamar's due for that bad game. Does an injury happen? I mean, Lamar's never played this much in a season. This is a first.
I know, first.
But I like what the Texans are doing. I like what C.J. Stroud's doing. I think this game is really close. I mean, I think really, really close. I think we're like a minute and 20 seconds left in the game. We're still trying to figure out who's going to win this game.
Oh, I hope.
But give me the Texans in this game with an upset 27-24 final.
What's the weather report tomorrow in Baltimore?
28,
pretty nasty.
28 and sunny.
Oh, not bad. Okay. So we're going to be a lot colder here in Southwest.
Yeah.
Give me, Texans 27-24.
Packers versus the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Green Bay again. Another upset. Why not? Upset board today. I like Jordan Love. He looked really good. Looked great, actually, in the last week's game. I just hope these games are better than last week's. Let's just be honest. Best game last week, obviously, Detroit, like we said it'd be 23-22. Shout out Detroit on that one. But 49ers are tough, man. That's a tough projection to say Green Bay's going to beat them at San Fran.
Joe Lewis going with the Packers upset.
Yeah, I'm going to go Packers. I like Jordan Love. Give me a cheesehead. Jordan Love.
Give me the Niners.
28-26.
Give me the Niners in this one. I think there's too much to handle. I think the magic run for Jordan Love's over. I think he has a terrible game tomorrow against this 49ers defense. I think Christian McCaffrey has a huge, huge game against this Packers defense. I think Brock Purdy just does what Brock Purdy does. Does it turn?
Did Purdy get out on the farm any? That's what I really got to ask.
Probably did.
If he went out and did some plowing, you better watch out.
I think he has a good game tomorrow. I don't think it's nothing spectacular. I think McCaffrey kind of carries the team. But, give me the Niners in this one, 36-14.
36-14. Mm-hmm. Man, I just want some good games.
Yeah.
Just want some good games tomorrow. It's going to be cold. Going to do nothing. Watch football.
Yeah.
Sunday, January 21st. Also still going to be pretty nasty outside. Tampa Bay traveling all the way up to Detroit.
Yeah, did you know that Detroit has a dome?
Really?
You know they played in the dome. Neither did that reporter who asked Todd Bowles how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to adjust to the temperatures and the cold weather that was going to be in Detroit.
I can't lie about this. I didn't watch Detroit till just this year. Really, let's just be honest. Nobody did.
I always have. Love Stafford.
Campbell,
love Calvin Johnson.
Campbell, great coach.
Campbell.
Yep.
But anyway, the reporter kept going to Todd Bowles, and Todd Bowles said, "I don't know if you know, but Ford Field's a dome." we'll be out in the cold for 12 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. Let's just be honest. Detroit been irrelevant for 30 years. So, yeah, I like Detroit in this one. It's a home game for them. Eminem will be there again probably. So yeah, Detroit because of Eminem.
Detroit calls it Eminem. Detroit's a 6.5.
That's why they won. That's why they won 23-22.
It's going to be because of Eminem. Bone chilling cold, 21 degrees with a 1 degree wind chill, but it's in a dome.
It's in a dome. So, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've always been in a dome.
Is it Doug's Dimmadome?
Nope, it's Ford Field.
Ford Field. Yeah.
Built Ford tough.
Built Ford tough. I'm going to give you a score prediction here on this one. I think it's also going to be a low-scoring game. 24-17, Detroit.
Give me the lines in this one. I think there's too much to handle. I think Baker has earned a contract extension. I think Baker will get what he wants. We'll get a good contract with Tampa Bay, but I think it's over here. Dan Campbell and the Lions continue this incredible run they got going on this year. Jared Goff has a huge game. I think Ahmad St. Brown has another amazing game. That defense is going to be good. Going to create turnovers. Give me the lines in this one, 27-10.
27-10. Wow, big win. Great comeback season for Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, happy to see what Baker's done. Definitely next year could be if the Buccaneers could get a run game, which is a running back out there and by the name of Derrick Henry, it would be a great fit in Tampa Bay. That would really help Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has had the worst run game the last 3 years. So,
wow.
Yeah, ranked last in the NFL.
That defense is not that bad.
No, not at all.
They looked really good against Eagles, but the Eagles have been non-existent. So, yeah. Big one here.
6:30.
Biggest one in my opinion.
Buffalo versus Kansas City. These games are always amazing. Close. Always good. Good football to watch. Mahomes, first ever road playoff game. And it is Portis. Yep, he's never played on the road in his entire career.
Now this game's open. No dome.
No dome here. They've actually there's over 250 people there right now currently shoveling snow. They're paying them again $20 an hour to shovel snow, and they have asked anybody who is coming to the game tomorrow to bring a shovel with them. Don't know how that's going to work out when somebody starts beating the hell out of somebody with a shovel, but whatever happens, happens. But I think this is a big moment for a quarterback here. I think you got Josh Allen.
Oh yeah,
and what Josh Allen can do, and what the media.
He looked good against Steelers. Didn't turn the ball over.
You got Mahomes. This is a huge game for his legacy of being the greatest quarterback to ever grace the football field. His first road game. Tom Brady was good to win on the road.
Did you just say that?
The only team that Tom Brady never had a winning record on the road against was Denver Broncos. He's beat every other team he ever faced on the road. He never won in Denver on the playoffs. Peyton Manning only lost to Tom Brady on the road. Was a great road quarterback. Another great road quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, never lost a road playoff game. Joe Flacco never lost a road playoff game. This is huge for where they've got Mahomes and what they say Mahomes can be, his legacy. And I just truly think that Mahomes comes into this game and absolutely blows up and has a terrible game. I'm saying 3 picks from Mahomes. Josh Allen comes out and balls out in this game. I think Taylor Swift, I think the emotions, I think the media, I think everything. The pressure is on Mahomes, and Josh Allen's just going to be out here in his home cooking up the Chiefs. Mahomes and the Chiefs go down 36-14 to Buffalo.
Wow, big win there. Yeah, man, I don't pick against Josh Allen. Obviously played Steelers last week, so I was kind of iffy on that one. I love Josh Allen. That's cheering for Josh Allen. This is a revenge game. Okay, they lost last year in overtime. He didn't even get a chance to redeem, tie the game because Kansas City won the coin toss, and then rest is history from there. So this is a revenge game. He's had this one circled. Give me Josh Allen. He's going to ball out on Sunday, and I hope he goes for 300, 3-4 touchdowns, balls out. He also have we'll go ahead and say if you're into parlays, he'll have a rushing touchdown again because he's had one consecutively for the past 4 games. So be on the lookout for that rushing touchdown.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot.
Score prediction, 34-31.
Joe Lewis says, I think he's saying Bills 35-27. Josh Allen got that dog in him.
Got that dog.
Yeah.
I like that.
Coaching carousel. Got a lot of coaching news going on.
Yep.
We talked
about a lot of coaching carousels.
Bill Belichick, Falcons.
Bill to the Falcons. I think that's the best bet for Atlanta. He did meet with the owner earlier this week. He has a meeting, I think, scheduled tomorrow with the whole board for a second interview. So we'll see what happens there. But Bill would be a great fit in the Falcons. I think Bill is 72 or 74. I can't remember his exact age. So don't know how long that would last. I don't know how long he wants to continue coaching, but he'd be great. great in like a management position, or like an advisor role or something like that for the Falcons if they can get maybe somebody younger to come in and, intern like underneath Bill Belichick, get his guidance, leadership, that sort of thing. So, yeah, Bill to the Falcons.
Okay. I kind of feel like Bill Belichick to the Falcons there, but now with Jim Harbaugh getting a second interview, I didn't even know he'd interviewed there, so that's kind of interesting.
I didn't either.
I'll say if it's not Bill, it'll be Jim, and Bill will be in Tennessee, if not the Falcons. So that's why I put Bill Belichick between the Falcons and the Titans. Jim Harbaugh, where there's a lot of people leaning towards the Chargers, could be the Falcons now, going for that second interview. But another team I'd really like to see Jim Harbaugh go to would be the Washington Commanders. But I have a favorite there. You think Jim, though, is going to stay with the Chargers? You think that's where he'll be?
I think Jim's going to stay in the Chargers. I've been hot on the Chargers since he, he hasn't ever officially announced he's going to NFL, but everybody knows he is. Yeah. But yeah, I think the Chargers just best fit. He could do some work with that offense. They have the pieces. They have the money. I think he'll go LA.
Joe Lewis talks about
west.
It here.
He done really well, too, with the 49ers when he's in San Francisco. So
yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Joe Lewis talks about it here. Antonio Pierce did finalize the deal with the Raiders today. I think it's a perfect hire.
Yeah, they might have finally got the right guy. Take him long enough. But it is the Raiders. So let's just be honest.
It is the Raiders. Got to find a quarterback, but good coach. Antonio Pierce did really well. Really turned that team around. Another opening though we're talking about here, Seattle. You got Vrabel.
I got Mike Vrabel out there.
I got Vrabel going to Washington.
Vrabel's linked to Washington. I saw that too. But he does have an interview in Seattle. I'm pretty sure this weekend. Yeah. I think he also interviewed at LA, if I'm not mistaken.
You don't think Seattle goes against Dan Quinn, brings him back?
That's the big rumor. I mean, that's their guy. Yeah. Dan Quinn's at Dallas still?
Dallas defense coordinator.
Possibly, but nobody's talking about Vrabel at Seattle, so that's why I swung that one. I'm gonna swing that one.
All right, McCarthy staying in Dallas.
Dumbest move I've ever seen.
Nope. I'm good with it.
Should have went after Bill Belichick. Let's just be honest.
I'm good with it. But you keep McCarthy there, then that means now you move on from Dak. You can't keep one. You either keep if you got rid of McCarthy, you're keeping Dak. If you keep McCarthy, you get rid of Dak. I think Dak's gone.
Jerry's not going to get rid of his boy.
Dak Prescott is gone.
Really? This season? This year. He's not going to play on Cowboys next year starting season.
No, I think they trade him. You want to hear why I think they trade him to?
Let's hear it.
They're sending him to Chicago. They're going to get Justin Fields and bring him to Dallas.
How are they going to pull that one off?
You're going to send him Dak Prescott in the first-round draft pick. You're going to send him a quarterback who throws for over 4,000 yards per season. So,
now, I'll say this. If Justin Fields gets to Dallas somehow, wow. But let's be honest. They'll make it to playoffs and lose first game.
Poor Dallas.
Poor Dallas fans.
Poor Dallas.
Hate it for him. Joe Lewis agrees. Does he agree that
Antonio Pierce?
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about Dak Prescott. I was like, that's a first for me.
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin staying, remaining in Pittsburgh. Are you leaving? Oh, I know what you're doing. I didn't ask a question about your contract. Get back over here.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Hey, he's a little hot, man. He has every right to be hot.
I would
just lost playoff game 31-17.
Hey,
I mean,
again, it's another issue I had with the media. Like, why are you going to bring that up right after that game?
Yeah, he's not focusing on that. He's got to go in there and talk to the team and prepare for next year.
Right.
Analyze what they did wrong, analyze what they need help with. Yep. He's not worried about what his contract. He knows he can stay in Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's stupid. That's, again, media. I mean, he even plainly said he wants to stay in Pittsburgh. That's media trying to throw something out there early that he's going to leave or, so, and he might have just been like, yeah, I'm tired to some reporter.
I'm out.
I'm just tired. I had a rough day.
I'm out.
Yeah, he's leaving. He's gone. Man, they just run it in the dirt.
I do think I think Tomlin's thought about it. I think he wonders if maybe a change of scenery, if it's Pittsburgh's ran its course, because there's been at least 7 teams contact the Steelers over the last couple of years to trade for Mike Tomlin to bring him in. So, and Tomlin almost last year, from what I was reading, it was very close that he was going to go to the Panthers, but they wouldn't give him player control.
While we're on the Steelers, they keep Mason Rudolph in the starting position next year?
No, I think he competes, but I think you bring another quarterback in. I think he's earned enough to be able to compete for the starting job, but I don't think he is your starter.
So he's still not the franchise guy.
No, I think you're either going to draft or bring a veteran quarterback in, but I do think Mason Rudolph has earned enough to where he will have a chance to fight to be a starting quarterback.
He had really one bad throw, and that was a pick in the end zone. Other than that, I mean, not a terrible game in playoffs.
Right.
First playoff game. So,
right.
Yeah, poor Steelers.
Poor Steelers.
Can't never get it together. It kind of turned into Dallas.
And turned into Dallas.
They ain't that bad. MLB. Philadelphia. Any changes happening in the Eagles land since we're on Dallas?
I can see them moving on.
They gonna clean house?
I can see it.
I can see it too. They look terrible. The owner looked pissed at the game. It was great.
Bad fall off. Bad fall off.
Yeah, terrible. Start off season 6-0, right?
Yep.
I think there's a first team to start a season like that and then lose first round. I think I read a stat
saying that. Like that.
Something like that. They made history. Yeah. Congrats.
Good job,
I hate it. I used to like the Eagles. I mean, I know technically you're not supposed to be a Pittsburgh, Philadelphia fan, but I mean, Donovan McNabb, you go back.
Yeah.
Good seasons. I always like the Eagles. Brian Westbrook. Solid. Yeah, Dawkins. Gosh, Dawkins was so good. But yeah, I always kind of like the Eagles, but I don't care much for them now. But yeah, I think I agree with you. I think they try to clean house too.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think it's time for a change.
Time for a change. I like it, buddy.
You want to move on to the little white ball?
Well, let's move on to the kind of little white ball, like the medium-sized white ball.
Medium-sized, but not ping pong,
with the red laces.
Yeah. MLB news. Do you have any news on the MLB?
It's been really quiet. A lot of people talking.
Big trade happened today, though.
Big signing with Josh Hader taking the 5-year, $95 million deal with the Houston Astros. It's a need that the Astros had, and they got him a decent closer. I'm not a big fan of Josh, but I do think he is a top 5 closer in the league. It'll be good for Houston. There's speculation that now Snell is eyeing Houston now, so that's interesting. But the only news, what we got written down here, is it seems like it's a compete right now between the Red Sox and the Angels for Adam Duvall. And I'm a big Duvall fan. I love Doobie. Doobie's one of my favorite players. I like
Doobie's 35. He batted about 240 last year. 235, 240, somewhere in that ballpark. He was with Red Sox. Mm-hmm. But the Angels, that'd be a good pickup for the Angels.
Yeah.
Bring a little bit of experience in there.
And another Ron
Washington.
Ron Washington's used to having him, coached him.
Yep.
So, yeah, be real good.
I think that's why he's eyeing the Angels. Yeah. Be a good pickup. They need it. Angels need anything and everything they get. You just mentioned Blake Snell. I think he's still leaning or looking at the Angels as well. That's probably Blake Snell is probably one of your. Well, no, you got a couple. Dylan Cease still on that list too.
Cease is still under contract with the White Sox. Blake Snell is a free agent.
He's not going anywhere. Cease. Everybody who thought about Cease, White Sox want it way too much.
Yes, absolutely.
So White Sox, I think they screwed themselves, honestly. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think Cease is another name that was just coming to mind. But yeah, biggest name, Blake Snell, hands down. Where you got Snell going right now?
Philly.
Team nobody's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Philly's a good pickup.
That would be nasty.
I still think somehow Yankees in the swing.
I don't see Snell in pinstripes.
I do.
He didn't look good in them last year with the Padres, so I don't see him.
That'd be nice. NL and AL.
He don't want to be with Soto.
Probably not. I'm worried about that.
Soto.
Watch Soto tear it up.
I think he will. I told you. I think he hits over 300 and hits around 62 home runs next year.
That'd be nice. Gotta be nice.
He's the
Yankees still.
He's the best left.
Still go according to Andrew, 82 and 80.
He's the best left-handed hitter in baseball.
What was the comment he made? The Yankees are like Dallas.
Yes.
Is that what he said?
Yes. Based off your comments that you have said previously, how you talk about Dallas, they're exactly how you talk about the Yankees.
Does Andrew know it's two different sports?
He's just saying the way the ownership is. Because you said that Dallas. You said it. Your words were Dallas is just like the Yankees. They throw money at all these people and nothing pans out. So that's where he was getting his comment at.
Two different sports.
But it is.
I'm not even a Dallas fan.
But he was just saying, if you slam Dallas, Andrew. You're slamming the Yankees.
I'm slamming Andrew right now.
Oh,
ridiculous.
Poor Andrew.
How about that?
Oh.
I need Andrew on this pod.
We're working on it. I'm working on getting him scheduled to get him on here.
Nah, it'd be great. I'm just picking. Yankees are Dallas in baseball. We're terrible.
Two different sports.
It is.
Right. You know what?
I was just clarifying.
You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited to talk about this. I am very, very excited.
You and me both.
College baseball.
College baseball.
Who was it? Division1.com released the top 25 way too early poll this week. Got some interesting tidbits on this one. Wake Forest, number 1 in the country. I can see why after what they had last year.
Absolutely.
Not losing hardly anything. They lost one pitcher, but they brought in a really good stud from Tennessee. They had the number 1 recruiting class. This team's going to be really good. Florida, number 2. They lost a little bit as far as outfielders and stuff like that, but they had a really good recruiting class. Very good team. They was loaded last year with sophomores, and that team almost won the World Series. Big surprise here, but a team that usually does pretty good in basketball or baseball. Arkansas, they got them ranked 3rd. They were ranked 16th at the end of the last year. LSU drops to number 4. We see why, because of what they lost. TCU, the number 5th team. Vanderbilt, number 6. Oregon State, number 7. A team that was not ranked at all last year. They have them sitting at 8, and that is Texas A&M. Tennessee drops to 9th, which is not really much between 7th and 9th from last year. Tennessee's bringing back a lot of good.
Tennessee's going to be better than 9th.
Bring back a lot of coaches, a lot of good players. Lost a lot of pitching from what I was saying. They lost more pitchers than any team, which is interesting, but is what it is. Tennessee's got a good baseball program and what they're doing down there in Knoxville. Clemson.
Tony Vitello, baby.
Clemson, the first ACC school on the list here at 10. Just to run through some other things real fast. Another team that wasn't ranked last year, NC State. They got them at 13th. North Carolina, not ranked last year. They got them at 15th. To all the Virginia fans, Matthew Buchanan from Lebanon, they have them ranked at 14th. Looks like Buchanan may be playing first base this year for them, so that's going to be interesting to watch there. UC Santa Barbara, they have them ranked 17th. Coastal Carolina, 18th. Another SEC school in Alabama, ranked 19th. UCLA, ranked 22nd. And to round out the top 25, SEC school, go figure, South Carolina, ranked 25th.
A lot of SEC in the top 25.
It's SEC. And softball is the first. It's every SEC school ranked 1 through whatever it is in SEC. And then so you got to think now, you got Florida.
Tech not in the top 25? They lost a lot.
Yeah, Tech lost slow. So SEC's got South Carolina, Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama, Tennessee, A&M, Vandy, TCU, LSU, Arkansas, Florida. And then the bottom ones at 26, we have the University of Georgia. 27th it's a mixture of schools. It don't really say. It said 26 was Georgia, and then it's a bunch of other schools. So SEC is going to be dominant again in baseball this upcoming year. What are you looking forward to, though, as far as baseball?
Obviously, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
That's all I care about. Gotta get that 90.
Care about anything but Tennessee.
Gotta get that 90.
I don't see.
We're gonna catch a couple games.
I would like to see some college baseball, whether it's at Tech or Tennessee or Georgia, or I don't even care where it's at. I just want to watch some college baseball. My way too early favorite here, which I'm going to have to do some more research on it, I'm going to go with Wake Forest. Based off of what they got coming in and what they had last year.
They were good last year.
They're going to be really good. And a sleeper team, the Georgia Bulldogs. They had the number 1 recruiting class in the SEC, again, which is weird that they did it in basketball, baseball, and football, I guess, too, because Alabama's lost so much now. But I think Georgia's going to do good. They got a new coach. LSU's pitching coach is now the head coach at Georgia. They're bringing back the reigning freshman of the year, college freshman of the year, first base. Georgia's going to be a team to watch out for. And just throw another one out there. I like Oregon State. Big fan of Oregon State.
The Beavers. Yeah, I like those teams. Wake Forest would be my favorite, probably. Wake Forest
would be fun to watch. Tennessee's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a lot of fun baseball this year. We'll do some more talk some more
Always
about
is.
it. But we're going to move on now. College baseball. Like I said, we're going to talk more about it. But we got another new segment here. UFC. We're going to talk about the BMF title, which stands for the baddest MFer. I won't say it live there.
We're live. Don't do it live.
It's the first time ever in UFC history. It's will be April 30th, UFC 300. You ask if we're going to watch it live?
Yeah.
That's between
it's like at midnight.
Justin Guthrie.
Yeah, Max Holloway.
And Max Holloway. So I just want to make sure I was saying Guthrie right. I thought it was.
First time in UFC history.
Yep.
the BMF title will be defended.
Yep, I definitely think that's definitely on the table. That's an option. Maybe we'll try to do something a little special for that since it is so late. We'll try to do something. I don't know. We'll see. May have
to plan for that
watch party or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, watch party. It'd be nice.
I'm interested to see that. I really want to get back into UFC this year. I mean, I'm eyeing way down the road because I'm a big fan of Michael Chandler. Watching him fight Conor McGregor in June, I think it'll be a great fight. But this is another good one. This will be a really good fight here. I'm interested to see how this one pans out.
McGregor is fighting in June.
Yeah, he's fighting Michael.
Oh, we're definitely getting.
He's fighting Michael Chandler.
Definitely
Chandler will kick that hind in.
Probably, but I'm cheering for McGregor.
I gotta go with the American, Texas born.
I love McGregor.
Michael Chandler. You know who Michael Chandler is?
Mm-hmm.
Right,
I've watched him fight.
You know, built like you.
He's bigger than me.
Short, stocky, kick your butt.
Kick your butt.
Kick your butt.
Pow, pow.
PGA Tour golf.
PGA. American Express.
American Express. Good, bad credit card. Can't use it anywhere.
Good credit, bad credit, don't matter. American Express. Previous winner, Jon Rahm in this one.
Jon Rahm.
Jon Rahm, sorry. Golly. Jon Rahm. God, Andrew. Andrew's going to get me. I'm out. God. Man, we have to end our notes. Chill.
Yeah, that's right.
Jon Rahm. Yeah, Jon Rahm. I like Justin Thomas. I don't know how he finished today. Can you give me update a leaderboard while I'm going through this? He shot 7 under in round 1, tied for 15th. The current leader as of this morning was Zach Johnson at 10 under. So let's get a round 2 update right now. I like this. Normally we can't do this.
I know, I do. I like this a lot. Hold on one second. I'm getting there. Took me a minute to find ESPN had golf like way down the list there. Sam Burns is leading at 17 under over Michael Kim, who's 16 under.
Hot day.
Yeah, Sam Burns was 11 under on the day.
Hot. Wow.
Michael Kim was 9 under. KH Lee was 8 under at third. Nick Dunlap, amateur, 15 under, 7 under on the day. Sam Burns shot a 61.
Woo!
Shot a 66 yesterday.
61 on round 2. Yep. God. Burning it up.
I don't think Michael Kim shot.
Where's JT at?
Justin Thomas shot 5. He's 5 over on the turn, or 5 over on the day. 5 under on the day. So 5 under.
Oh, okay.
67 on the day so far. He is finished.
Was he tied?
He is 17th. Tied for 17th.
17th. So stayed about the same. Okay. That's my sleeper pick. Make a run.
Scotty Scheffler moved up 13 spots. He shot a 66 today.
61. God.
Jason Day shot a 66. He moved up 18.
Day's been playing some good golf.
Ooh, big guy. There's some guys who moved up 62 spots. Wyndham Clark shot a 70 and then shot a 64 today. Carson Young shot a 64 today. Uixon Lin shot a 64 today.
Where's Xander Schauffele? Where's he at?
Xander Schauffele.
Xander Schauffele.
He is 26th. He shot a 69 today.
Ouch. Mm-hmm. He dropped back quite a bit.
He dropped back 21 spots.
Yeah. Old Xander. He'll get one eventually.
The best
Schauffele.
The best round scores is 61, a 63, and a 64. A lot of people shot 64 and 65.
61. That is insane.
The best round yesterday was by Alex Noren. He shot a 62.
God.
Yep.
61.
Yep.
Wow.
We'll have that.
We'll have that on them big jobs over there at the American Express. Good thing it wasn't Discover.
That's right.
Last news. I just wanted to give an update here.
Yeah,
NCAA football release. We had a request to talk about this, and I thought we had the date set, Hess.
I did too, man.
It was rumored earlier in the week that it was going to be July 12th this year. I was getting really excited.
It was rumored they were going to talk about it at the College Football National Championship.
It was rumored that's going to bring it up. Whoever keeps creating these rumors needs to stop.
I don't think we got to. I don't think it exists.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be 2025.
I do.
I think they're going to pull a Grand Theft Auto.
I don't even think we're going to get it.
Why not?
Give me college baseball.
Need something. Need some type of college sport. Absolutely. Give us something. Yeah. We'll keep y'all updated on as soon as we hear about the NCAA football release. I've had some people ask me about that. As soon as we hear and get a definite source, the sources that I've looked at have been false. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it comes back. If not, download 14 and play.
Yeah, you got to do a lot to get that though.
Yeah, it's hard now. It used to be pretty easy.
Yep. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's it for this episode 26. It is cold, guys. If you're in this area, if you're in the South this weekend, please bundle up. I'm sure you bring your pets and stuff indoors. It's too cold for them to be out.
Absolutely.
Other than that, guys,
make sure you leave your faucets running tomorrow night.
Open them cabinets, drip your faucet, turn your emergency heat on, do all that good junk. Take care of your heat.
Make sure your fans turning right.
Your fans turning right, so it's spreading out the heat in the house. Yeah, guys, let us know what y'all thought about the first ever live episode, something new. If you didn't get a chance to listen to this live episode, it will be broadcast on all of our podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, SiriusXM Radio, iHeartRadio, and one more that I can't really remember what that one is. But be sure to, we had 5 shares on this one, 22 comments, 4 reactions. At one point, we were up to 9 viewers. So,
wow.
I love it. I like the interaction that we was able to have with Joe Lewis. And,
that was nice.
Caleb Johnson, Jason Fields, Josh, Danielle, Krista. I mean, I like that. I like them being able to do that. Maybe we can schedule this out a little bit better if this becomes a thing that we want to see. And we can. That's how we can get some people in on the show.
Yeah.
So
maybe if they want to join live,
we'll see. I can
call them in.
We can send them a link, and bam, you can pop right up here and be live with us. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Let us know what y'all think. I appreciate everything today, guys. I know this was different for y'all. Thank y'all for hanging with us this week. It was kind of a tough week with the weather and some other life things that happened. So we want to do something different for you guys. Let us know what you think. Hess is out. Y'all enjoy the weekend. We'll be back Sunday night.
Regular time.
I don't think it'll be live. But if we get a lot of big reaction from this over the next 2 days, who knows?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Play by ear.
Yeah, play by ear. But love you guys. Thank y'all for everything. I'm out.
Castle out. See y'all.